Scrapbookers, so today we're going to make this page. Why do I have my cucumbers out? Well, because it's now Tuesday and I made this page sometime over the weekend, and I've been busy, so I'm eating my dinner, which is more than that, but that's part of it. And so wanted to tell you about this page. I kept meaning to tell you all about it today, and I never got to it. So here I am at dinner time, and I want to tell you about it. And I also want to tell you and give you a fair warning that in the video I ramble so much, and I feel like this page did not go together very quickly. And I know why. It's because I'm out of practice. But just fair warning, it's not concise or speedy. But so to make this page, I used 4 square photos that I cut down from 4x6 photos, and then I used a 6x6 pad to do some layering, and did the journaling. So I used a grid paper in the background, which I really love to do, and I left there was like, this is Kaiser Craft paper, and this isn't like a perforated cutaway, it's just like, but it is meant to be cut away, I believe, because what I ended up cutting away to make it a 12x12 was the top. So I just left the bottom because it was, you know, it's kind of a day of the week. Like, what happened had to do with Casual Friday. So, so I left the days of the week there. And I also used 2 different, these aren't the same exact colors, but I had 2 sets of letter stickers from the same manufacturer. These are Fancy Pants. And then I kind of, you know, made a shadow. So there's like, I've used the letters twice. Can you see that? I think you can. Yeah. And what else do I have to tell you about that? I didn't put any dimensional embellishments on the page. And I think that was because I probably just was so done with getting this layout done that I didn't do that. So if I had to do this over again, I might have added like some dimensional doodads, maybe like here, here, and here in this like this little visual triangle thing. When I cut this little clock off, I used the other part down there. So I feel like that made a visual triangle. Yeah, and then the other thing about that was that I had some ephemera that, like some real life ephemera that I wanted to use on the page that I didn't end up using on the page. Like, I was going to make that into a pocket, and then I kind of forgot about that idea. So I just taped it onto the back. And, oh, one more thing. I made 2 more pages, which kind of added to the time. I guess it definitely added to the time. Hold on. Almost forgot about those. So this is something where if you have like a whole lot of photos, maybe this is something you can do. So how I envision this in the album is that these 2 pages, so they're just grids, you know, I cut 4x6 photos down to 4x4 and made them into a grid, and then used the middle part for journaling. And I did one for mostly her friends and one for mostly his friends. So that part, these pages will be like facing each other in the album, and then when you turn it over, then this one will be, so it'll look like this, and then that will be attached. And that's something where, you know, you can sew the page protectors together so that they stick together. That's like a Noelle Hyman trick. Yeah. So that's the page we're going to make today. If you have a whole lot of photos about a party or something else, maybe Christmas or, you know, a vacation or something like that, and you want to get a whole lot of photos scrapped and listen to me ramble on and on and on, incoherently at times, I'm sure, then get your supplies and let's start scrapbooking. I'm Katie Scott, and my blog is called Kiss and Tell Scrapbooking, and thanks for watching. Let's get started. Hey Scrapbookers, so every time I sit down here lately, I've been like, it's been 20 years since I've been scrapbooking, and yeah, I feel like that again today. I did a little web surfing and looked at some of the CHA things, and one of the lines I really like is Simple Stories I Am, and I really like the colors. And then what, so have I finished the birthday book? No. Have I finished much of anything? No. I did that one layout of my husband and I, like the anniversary one. But other than that, like, nothing's been done. So, so I was thinking about a bunch of different things and thinking, oh, maybe I'll put together a kit. And, you know, I still have this box from the kit from Jenny Bolin, and she's no longer doing kits. This is from October. So still some things to finish in there. I'm going to just quietly put the birthday one right in there. And here's the deal. I think I'm messing this up. Those really need to be finished. But I'm really great at starting things and not always so great at finishing them. Because my mind goes to what's the next thing that we can do. So yeah, I was gonna start to look at making another kit, and you know, I make kits all the time. Like, here's another kit that I made. I don't know. I really like to start kits. But I really think that I just want to continue using this. This is my last purchase from the scrapbooking store, and I do have some layouts to finish. But did I just put those in the? I think I just put those in the kit. Did I? Where did I put them? Oh my goodness. See, like, this is what happens when you have way too much stuff in your. Okay, here's the deal. I just have way too much stuff. Period. So I want to declare, but then as soon as I do it, I'm going to say, oh, I don't want to declare anymore. But I do want to declare that I won't buy anything more this year. Yeah, it's like going on a diet. As soon as I say I'm on a diet, then I want a pizza. So I should not say that. I'm not going to say that. But I will say this year, so here's my proclamation. This year I want to focus on using stuff that I have. And in the past I have, and I know I'm just talking a lot. I'll get to scrapbooking, I promise. But in the past, like, first, I've always followed CHA. Hold on, I'm just going to pause for a second. Okay, I'm back. So I just guess I need to talk a little bit before I get started. But in the past, I've always followed CHA, and then I've done the CHA knockoffs. And this is the first year in kind of a while I think I'm not going to do it. Although then I'll, whatever I say I'm not going to do, I should just say I'm going to be fat. Then I would, like, instantly get thin, right? No, it probably doesn't work like that. But I was going to make a kit that was based on Simple Stories I Am. And the colors in that kit are, I really love them. They're gold, like a salmon color, an aqua, a brighter aqua, like two different colors of aqua, and then a gold and a black. And I love all those colors together. Really, but what I noticed when I started to go through, like, oh, let's make a kit, like, a lot of those colors, like, that's what I just bought in my last, so this is Jen Hadfield, and that has, like, very similar colors, actually. So let's just use what I've got here. I don't remember where I put those layouts. That's not very funny. It's a little bit funny. But yeah, I want to start. So I want to get, this is the thing I want to do. I want to get scrapbooking back into my routine. And I think to do that, I'm going to need to do some more photo organization. And I talked about that some on a thread over at Get It Scrapped. And I think I'm going to need to do some more consistent printing. And yeah, let's have this be the year of using what I have, because I got so much stuff, and honestly, I haven't scrapbooked a lot, like, in the last 3 or 4 months. I don't see that as something that, like, I think I'm going to continue scrapbooking. We were talking about Calvin Ball over at Get It Scrapped, and that's this exciting thing in March where you make as many layouts as you possibly can. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. You should do it. But I was thinking about preparing for that, and I do think that I'm going to continue scrapbooking. And I like to scrapbook a lot, and I think I will continue to scrapbook a lot, but I've had a long hiatus, probably longer than I've ever had. So I'm still mentally getting back into it. So what do you do? I feel like this is my perpetual question, right? What do you do when you're trying to get back into it? I don't know. I usually just tell the story that's on my mind. Or sometimes, like last time, I think I used this book to start that last layout. But instead of that, let's just look at the photos that I do have already. And that was one of the things in the thread about Calvin Ball over at Get It Scrapped that, okay, this kid was just over this weekend. So I think I will do a layout about that. And it could be like sort of about my son too. And there's him with another friend. Okay, this might be a little theme, like some of his friends. Here's some more boys. And that was all, these were all taken at this Minecraft party that we did. So I've got, it's very photo heavy here. And I almost think, yeah, these colors might not work with that line I was just talking about. So let's take these photos. Anyways, Celeste Smith was saying that a really good thing to do is organize your photos before you do like a lot of like speed scrapbooking. And honestly, I haven't done speed scrapbooking in so long. I used to do it a lot, and now I barely do it. Okay. You know what I'm thinking for this? I'm thinking I want to use all of these photos, like the whole bazillion of them, because I know I'm starting a lot and not finishing a lot. But I want to use all of them because I really want to, yeah, I want my kids to see these, especially my son. I'm thinking I should cut them into squares because Minecraft is like all about the squares. I'm sorry if I got off topic and I forgot what I was saying. So let's, that never happens. That happens all the time. But let's just start with that. So let's cut as many as we can into squares. And some of these photos are great. Some of them are not so great. So we're just going to cut them into squares. And that will mean that I'm going to cut some people out. Oh, it's tragic, isn't it? Especially in middle school, when it's all about fitting in. Oh, middle school. Yeah, so I'm going to blame middle school on why I haven't scrapbooked as much this year. I've never had kids. And my daughter's not in middle school yet, but she's almost there. I've never had kids in middle school before. I had no idea. You know what's so funny is like, when they were younger, I would say to people with older kids, like, oh, it's got to get easier, right? And they were like, well, it does, but it gets different. And I always thought, like, because parenting would be less physical when they got older, it would therefore be easier. Oh, I was wrong. It's hard. It's good, but it's hard. Right? Yeah. The stakes are higher the older they get, it seems like. I mean, when they're little, you're pretty much concerned with, let's just make sure they don't kill themselves. And otherwise, everything's great. But, yeah, there's so much more to it as they get older. With school and friends and all of that. Where do I want to cut his head off? He has such nice hair. My son has the nicest hair. He just does. Let's cut off that part of it. So I want to crop these, and I'm doing it kind of quickly so I won't overthink it. I'm just like zip, 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 you know. Whereas I know I'm cutting stuff off of the photos that I might like to have in there, but I'm trying not to think too hard about it because I really do want them in squares. And I also really do want this done. And when you think too much about it all, you end up not getting a lot done. Yeah. So this was this party that I did I think it was in September. And I invited all the kids in my son and my daughter's class from school. And this is also making me think we should do another one of these because I'm now homeschooling my son, but I really want to, you know, keep up his social circles. Because he actually said to me the other day, he goes, Mom, I only see like 6 people a day. Like, I know, maybe you could go back to school. He's like, oh, I don't want to go back to school. Don't get crazy, you know. But, yeah, see, I just cut Olivia's face in half, but it's okay. And here comes somebody. Here comes Allison. How you doing, Allison?
Where's your purse?
Where's my purse? Why do you need it?
My candy.
Your candy. It's, I think it's on
What did you do with your hair?
the homeschooling desk. I just put it in weird ponytails.
What homeschooling desk?
My homeschooling desk downstairs, the one in the music room. Can you please shut the door? She did not shut the door. Yeah, so I took her on a field trip this week. That's where she got the candy. We went to like a trampoline. Like it's like a warehouse with like 1 million trampolines all connected together. Like who thinks that stuff up? It was pretty neat, but I didn't get to jump, so it was alright. It looked like a germ factory, in my opinion. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm back. So anyways, she won like tickets, and then you get to, you know, get the prizes, and she got lots and lots of candy. So these are 4x4s. So we can fit, what, 9 4x4s on one 12x12 layout. So some of these are more related to her, and some of them are more related to him. So let's do one more about her and one more about him. So I'm just kind of dividing them up randomly. There's me and my husband. And so we'll probably just do a few that are more related to everybody. Okay, so I have one of just the two of us and then one of a bunch of kids. So I want to switch this one of the bunch of kids out to hopefully one that has all of us in it. And this is not the most awesome photo, but it does have my son and my daughter and my husband in that one. So I think we'll maybe use those two for the title kind of a thing. So we'll do one layout with just these two photos, and then, or maybe, okay, maybe we shouldn't have 9 on both of these. What do you think? Maybe we should take out 1 from each of these so that way we will have like a middle that we can decorate. Take out 1 of that and then 1 from this. Okay. Okay, I've just like sort of tried to organize those real rough. So I want these two to be facing each other and then this one to be on the top. So let's do these ones first, and I just need a piece of cardstock. I'm gonna tape those up off camera so that won't take up all my time, because you really just want to hear me rambling on, right? Which I would do while I was doing this, but I think I'm gonna try to see how the uploading is going and also bump in the battery. So I'll be back after these are taped to a piece of cardstock, and then we'll actually get started working. Okay, I'll be back. Hey scrapbookers, I'm back. So remember how I said I was gonna tape all those pictures down? Yeah, I did. I did nothing. I did pull these two pieces of green pattern paper. These are really old now. I really liked them when I got them and never used them. Yep, that happens. And then I also pulled these different things. This is Simple Stories. So I was kind of looking at that new Simple Stories from CHA 2015 and like don't have that stuff yet, but and then I went down a rabbit hole of watching different CHA videos and blah blah blah, and also doing all sorts of other things. Anyways, I found these Simple Stories and also Photo Freedom. This is Echo Park, and they both had this green color, which is like a Minecraft kind of a color. And I asked my kids for like anything with a Minecraft logo on it, and so Allison came up with that. And so I thought I would use some of these things to complete the page, and I guess I also thought I'll just do the taping on this video. And so I'm annoyed with my boy right now because we do a ski trip every year, and so we've been talking about doing that this year. And okay, so this is how this is going to go. These two pages are going to be like kind of in the middle, and then oops, I gotta adjust this. Hold on. Oops. So you can see just a little better. I know it seems a little wonky, but and then I'm gonna do, I think sometimes I'll do a layout where I actually put stuff on both sides. That's possible. Or maybe I'll do, I don't know, I haven't decided. So if we did these photos, what I had envisioned was doing them all the way up to the edge. And now with that kind of funky looking edge, I'm kind of wondering if I should cut down the photos a little so that I can show the edge. Yeah, I don't know. So what did I do in the meantime? I goofed around on the Get It Scrapped message board. I think I'm not going to do that. Like, in theory I want to do it. But then there were a couple of my daughter, that, like, I really couldn't cut this one down anymore. And I wanted them to all go on these two pages, so let's just do it. Let's go with the double stick tape. How about? I think that will make things easy. So, yeah, I goofed around on the Get It Scrap message board. I listened to Carrie Eric's podcast called Digi Scrap Geek, and I feel like they're hitting their stride. Like, I feel like, they've done enough episodes where they're starting to feel kind of comfortable with it, and also that they have a flow to the podcast. So, like, there was one that I thought went kind of long, which seems like a weird complaint, but because I know these go kind of long, my videos. But it seriously took me 3 days to get through it. I was like, oh my gosh. So, anyways, do like this. But yeah, I feel like she's gotten the hang of it, you know, like she feels real comfortable with it now, and she's like, okay, people, you know, wrap it up because we got pics, and she knows how to kind of run it. And I think that just takes experience. Although, with making these videos, sometimes I don't feel like, yeah, I haven't done them in a while, and I have not gotten my groove back yet. So, you know, what else can I tell you? Okay, so I'm kind of annoyed with the boy because we do an annual ski trip, and we've been doing it ever since he was 7. So it's like, it started out to be just our thing, like mom and son, you know? And then I added in my daughter and tried to add in my husband, but he totally hated it. So it just stayed my husband, or without my husband, but with my daughter. And so I mentioned, like, oh, here's the deal. I told my daughter all about it, or what our plans are. And she was like, sounds great. Can't wait, you know. And then I told my son, and he's like, oh, we have to drive. I only want to go if I'm going to fly. And, you know, I'm like, seriously? You'd give up all that just to... And yes, he would. So I'm annoyed with the little bugger. You do a lot to try to please him. And, yeah. So there you go. What's that song? It's like a Bob Dylan song or a Grateful Dead song. Like, you just gotta please yourself. I guess I still need to learn that lesson. I think it's a Grateful Dead song. I'm not gonna sing it. I know I've sung in the past. Okay, so I trimmed that out just a little bit. So, you know what I'm missing in the scrapbooking world? Challenge blogs and, yeah, challenges. Because I used to do, like the 2Ps would always have challenges, right? And then, I used to love that Sketchy Thursdays. They had, well, you're getting glare on that. Sorry about that. Okay, so... I know, groundbreaking, right? So we're basically just making a grid of photos, and then something's going to go here in the middle. And these are supporting pages. So, yeah, I spent 7 minutes doing that. But, I guess I'm slow. I used to be fast. Okay, hold on. Hey, scrapbookers, I'm back. And you know what I've decided? I'm officially the world's slowest scrapbooker now. I used to be really fast, and now I'm really slow. But so these are the 2 things that I've gotten done. Oh, I made pulled pork for the first time. My husband and my son love pulled pork, so I made that for them, and they were delighted. And yeah. But I have not been able to finish this, so I'm getting impatient with myself. I don't know what to say except that I'm really slow now. So I'm not sure how I want to do the middles of those, but I have a feeling that it should incorporate like something about these. And I probably should have like square punched some holes out of that green, but I didn't do that. Because that would probably be cute for the, you know, planning people. I don't do it. I mean, I do sometimes, but not on this. I did not. So I also got totally distracted with the internet because somehow this year I did not realize that CHA was going on. And so I kind of totally missed it. So here's a square punch. I thought I had more than one. I'm just kind of looking in my little, what do they call Raskog cart that's next to me. It's been so long since I've been scrapbooking, I kind of forget where I keep things now. So I know I have some punches somewhere. Oh, I gotta stop saying that. I gotta start saying like, I'm back! Or just do it and stop talking about it, right? I don't don't see it. So let's just use this. Yeah, so I kind of feel like I should have like grabbed some of this to keep it consistent. So I think that we can probably just lift up a couple of these photos. No big deal. And then just square punch. Yeah. Just so we get that green color in the, to kind of show that the pages are all together. So there's one. Let's just pick 3 because you know that is a magic number when it comes to visual design and other things actually too. But yeah, I feel like I'm just rambling for you. I am. I have nothing to say. Yeah, so I made pulled pork. It was incredibly easy. So if you want to know how to make pulled pork, if you've never done it, you just get a Boston shoulder. Well, it's called a Boston butt, but it's actually like the shoulder. So my kids thought it was really funny that I was getting pork butt. But it refers to the shoulder, not the butt. Not the behind anyways. And then chicken broth, like a thing of chicken broth, and I buy those ones that come in like a rectangle, like Emerald makes some of those, so I had that. And then like, you know, barbecue sauce and some spices. And I would have used onions, but my son was like, I'm just going to spit them out, Mom, so please don't use onions. You'll just ruin my pulled pork. I was like, okay. So I didn't use onions, but I did use garlic. And I just threw all that into like the crock pot and just basically let it sit for several hours. And my son, I didn't eat it because I don't eat pulled pork. But my son and my husband said it was super delicious. So super easy and super delicious. So you see there's 3 little squares on the back. And you learned how to cook pulled pork. Yes, you did. Okay, so I'm just going to grab these for something, like these need to go on to the first page so that I can incorporate it all. Now, what are we going to do on that first page? Like, I have these. Pictures. Just playing with how I think they would be cute on the page. So I'm thinking something like this, right? Let me do something. Well, I've got them something like that because you know I love to do something I call pick it and stick it. So let's pick it and stick it. So those 2 are together. And then, so I'm building this. I've done this a couple of times where you like sort of build it before you have the paper. Like I haven't picked background paper or anything like that. Something like this. But this way my photos are already stuck together. So now I no longer need to worry about how those are going to go together. And I'm thinking what I'm just going to do is, and Debbie Hodge has a new class called Sprawl, which I have watched, but honestly, I don't think I watched it carefully enough. But it's all about kind of sprawling out and using the entire page, which, you know, I do a lot of. and I use all my space. I'm looking for a spare space on my desk to put something. I have nothing. Okay. So I'm wondering if I can incorporate this. I'm also thinking that probably more simple is better. Just go with a simple, like these are not background papers. Why do I think that they are? Because I'm crazy. So anyways, my daughter hates the way the pulled cork smells, which I'm not actually crazy about it either, so I get her point, but if I can do something that's so easy and makes my boys so happy, yeah, why not? All right, let's look through some of the paper that I bought recently. So I'm looking for the background paper. I don't think you can hear that, but my dog is down there like squeaking her toy. She takes such joy in playing with toys. It's hilarious. Like, I've never known a more playful dog. She's really funny. I like that. I do. But I don't think that's the ticket. I want something with green, and I also want something that, so that might work because that has a lot of that green in there too. With squares. So like, while this could work, although it's a little dark, you're still getting glare. Sorry about that. The Minecraft deal is, put on the other side of this, is that same color green in like hexagons, and I know my kids will be like, that's not squares, but I think that really works. So let's hold on to that. Oh, I kind of like this too. I must have been working on something with green in it. Green and gray. Who makes that? Kaisercraft makes that. I like it. So I'm putting that near the rest of it. Yeah, oh, we got lots of more green. This is some of the stuff that I recently bought. And interesting. Yeah, I really think I don't need to buy any more things. It doesn't mean I won't. It just means I probably shouldn't. Because I actually have a ton of cute stuff already. Like, I don't need to be looking at CHA and seeing what's next because I have a lot of stuff already. That's adorable. Seriously. And the colors are pretty much like the colors of my recent purchases are pretty close to what they were showing. So I don't feel like we've deviated from these trends way too much. This is nice. It's a little bit of a different color green. This is also Kaisercraft. This is the part of the video where I pull way too much stuff. Oh, there we go. That's the ticket. I really don't want to use it because the other side is so cute, but I'm going to do that little trick where you cut it. See, there are the squares. So now my kids won't be like, you don't even get it, Mom. I get it. So that's the right green. And, what cute stuff. Yeah, so I bought this stuff, and it's been on my desk since I bought it, but I haven't really used it. And honestly, I've forgotten completely about the particulars of what I bought here. But I gotta say, there's a lot of green. So that's perfect. Alright, I should stop. I don't want to though. I just want to look at my pretty papers. I really like that. So one thing I noticed a lot of with this CHA 2015 were florals on black. So I think I have some old basic gray that looks like that. I want to pull that out and use it. Because I usually do this thing called CHA knockoffs, and where I go into my existing supplies and kind of like recreate the look of CHA. There's some old October afternoon and it's got, yeah, I'm just having fun looking at my papers and you're just watching me look at my papers. How boring is that? Sorry. This is pretty cute though too. These might be good little doodaddy embellishments. That's also Kaisercraft. I picked up a lot of Kaisercraft and I think what Jill told me, Jill owns the store, she said, I don't think that they bought it for the store, but these were like the little packs, so then they later sold it. Oh, this could work too. I just love it all. Happy Snaps. Oh, that could be cute. Does that really... How can we make this work with this? I don't know. I do like that though. I like it a lot, but let's stick with this craziness and let's move forward. This is how to add time to your scrapbooking process by Katie Scott. Yeah, I'll be right back with the slowest scrapbooking on the internet. Okay, I'm back. So I just wanted to show you, I left the strip on the bottom because it was the days of the week and I thought that worked well because this party was on a Friday. And I played around with where I wanted the, man, I'm really sorry about that glare. I see it. It's bugging me when I look up at the video. But anyways, I hope you're doing something, not just watching. Because my video quality is poor. There you go. Oh well, I'm trying to fix the lighting. It's been a while. Well, I'll get the hang of it again. Anyways, so I liked the other side of this, so I cut here. And the reason for that is I think I totally could have put it right in the middle of the page, but if I did that, then where would I put all the stuff I have to say? Like all the massive journaling I have, because I have a lot, I know I do, and so I think it can go down this way. I will probably start it here and go down to about there, and yeah, that's my plan. So I cut a hole because I really do love the other side, and even though I have way more pattern paper than I will ever use in this lifetime, I don't know. I still like to keep it, so there. So I do. So, yeah. So it's going to go here, and what I'm thinking is this, I'm noticing that my piece of paper here is not perfectly straight, and I think that I should probably fix that. It doesn't always have to be perfectly straight, but this one feels like it ought to be a perfect square. So that square is 8.5 by 8.5, which is what it should be. Yeah. So that is taking a big space on the page, but I think I'm still going to have plenty of room for the title, which might go right over the pictures. I like to do that. And then I would also like to have little bits, because I thought about matting the photos in white to kind of make them stand out. But I think instead of white, I will use a 6x6 pad. You just grab one that matches. I don't really know if I have one handy. This one doesn't totally match, but I think it's going to be fine. Yeah, it will. I just used this on the other layout that I just did. So I want papers that are going to be lighter in value. So because I want to make them so they're kind of. Let's put these apart. So they're kind of just sticking up, you know, behind the photos and making them pop against that gray. So that's a good choice. And see what else we got. Not another wood green, but I think the yellow could definitely work. Let's see what else. The aqua blue. Oh, sure, why not? I think that will work too. And one more color. I'm thinking like a red. Oh, cute. I like that. Today is a good day to be happy. Okay, those are all good little sentiments there. I need a red. Oops, or maybe this one, which sort of incorporates the red. Got one more sentiment. I think I used the same pattern paper on the last layout I did. I think I really did. Yeah, I'm looking for this polka dot now. I don't know where I put it. It's gone. But oops, did I just see it? Yeah. Let's pull that too. Okay, now I'm really feeling bad about how long this is taking. Oh well. It just is. And that's gonna have to be okay. Yeah. So it's Sunday night, and I hope my family is not watching Gallivant without me. They're probably not, because I have a feeling that I like that show way more than they like that show, because it has Weird Al, although I don't know when we're going to see him. If you don't know, I love Weird Al. Yes, I do. I took my son to his concert last year, or maybe the year before, and we met him after the show, and my son said something like, "Mom, I hope you don't either divorce Dad, or I hope Dad doesn't die and you marry Weird Al." Like, he was kind of afraid I liked him too much, you know. I was like, I think Weird Al has, you know, his own family, so it's okay. I can think he's an awesome guy and not want to ditch my current plan. And then on that same little note, my son had his friend over this weekend, and then when the mom came to pick the friend up, I wasn't here, and so it was just my son and the mom and my husband and the friend. And anyways, she's from another country, and so, you know, in other countries, they, you know, people kiss each other, you know, like they kiss hello and goodbye. It's a thing, you know. And so the mom kissed my husband goodbye, and he said, "I forgot to tell you, but Max says he's going to tell on me for kissing his friend's mom," as she was leaving, because she gave him a kiss, like a kiss goodbye, just a, you know, kiss on the cheek kind of thing. He's like, Max immediately said, "I'm going to tell Mom you've been kissing another woman." I was like, okay, I'm glad you have my back, kid. Glad you're standing up for the marriage. That was pretty funny. I guess maybe that's children's natural inclination to do that. I'm thinking back to another time where my daughter was like, "My mom's married and she's old," when I was talking to someone. I guess they don't think we ought to be talking to anybody but our husbands for our wives. Okay, so see, I'm trying to make these as small as possible, because when you do the layers, I think it's really cute. It turns out really cute when the layers are really tiny. I have an inclination to do the layers, like this is probably 1/4 of an inch. They should be 1/8, but I'm going to leave them because I like them like that. I think they're cute. So I'm just kind of cutting this one. Maybe I'll make these two a little bit less. And yeah, I'm like saving all the paper. I know. I don't need to. That is for sure. But I am anyway. So it's Martin Luther King Day weekend. Woohoo! so we have some extra time off. So it was a nice time for me to get back to the scrapbooking. Yeah, I need to, oops, hold on, I'm just trying not to poke myself in the eye with the umbrella that sits over this light that I have. To make the light better for you, but it seems like the light isn't awesome tonight. What was I talking about? I have no idea. Oh, yeah, it's Martin Luther King Day weekend, so there's some extra time. So I thought I would scrapbook. When I started scrapbooking today, I was like, I'm going to make 10 pages. And guess what? I'm still working on making 1 page. I'm not as fast as I used to be. Not just in scrapbooking. In lots of areas of my life, right? Anyways, this is fun. It is fun. I still love scrapbooking. Okay, now I'm conflicted because I have polka dots and polka dots together, but let's just maybe skip caring about that. Or let's put this one. Yep, we'll do that instead. I did like the blue down there, but we can't have polka dots right next to polka dots. No, I mean we could, but I'm not going to. What else can I tell you about? I don't know. Yeah, I'm feeling real green at this. Sorry. I will get my groove back. It will happen. For sure it will. I want to make like all kinds of proclamations about how much scrapbooking I'm going to be doing, but I think I'm gonna skip that and just say like more than I have been for the last several months. How about that? That sounds good. Okay. Here we go. And I want to, so with this piece of paper, it's a wood grain, and I like it a lot. I want the what do you call it? The darker part to be on the bottom. And now I'm a little dilemmaed out because it's like infringing on the top but not the bottom. So I'm wondering if I should cut this up a little bit more. Oh, what we scrapbookers worry about. So frivolous, right? Yes. Okay, so I'm just eyeballing and I'm thinking about like that. It's a little weird, I admit. I should probably cut this down just a little bit. Yes, I should. I think. I don't know. Does it matter? No. But, okay, hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back and I'm seriously thinking that, yeah, I did. I know. I didn't need to, but I really like all these colors together. I know. I need to get over that saving paper thing. Okay. So, this is my issue. I like this. But I feel like the margins they're intentionally wonky, but they're not working for me. I don't think they look awesome. So what I want to do is kind of build up those layers behind the layers. Yeah. I know. We worry about crazy stuff as scrapbookers, which sometimes, like, I kind of think, like, why do I spend time worrying about all this? And I don't know. It's fun. I want that to go a little bit further out. Maybe I just need 2. Or maybe not. Yeah, I know. It's frivolous stuff, but okay. Why not? Well, it's this or honestly, it's like this or watching TV, right? And I do like watching TV sometimes. I really did get, I think I mentioned this before, but I did get addicted to the Duggars. Apparently they're coming back in February, so. Why do I love them? I don't know, but I seem to. But it's kind of a, I don't know. It's like dead cow on the side of the road love. Okay. I mean, it's not that bad, but it's mystifying. It mystifies me. I guess that's why I'm fascinated with it. So I'm just taking these little strips and just adding them in different places just to try to add some interest. Yeah, now I'm definitely thinking the title is absolutely going to go like right along there. And I don't have a huge rhyme or reason to this except that, yeah, I don't. There we go. And then what I probably want to do is keep those little strips, right, to make the consistency with the other pages. Man, I'm sorry this is taking so long. I feel like the slowest scrapbooker on earth. I know, you're probably tired of hearing that. I'll shut up about it. Sometimes I'll get a note comments and they'll be like, what is, settle down. You know, you kept talking about this one thing. I know. Okay, so I'm going to go and do the journaling, and then I will be back to do the title. So I'm going to do it, actually, let me just do it right here, because I was at a Get It Scrapped office hours recently, where I shared a page, and I guess one of the questions was like, how do you know where your journal, like how big to make your journaling, or how small, or whatever. And do you plan out what you're going to say? And I was just like, nope, not at all. So this is going to seem real weird, but I need something on the back of this. So I'm just using a notebook piece of paper just because it was handy. Because I'm homeschooling, but I have some random tape on the back, and sometimes I'll tape down the edges, but I don't really need to, so there you go. Okay, so let's just do the journaling, and I am going to grab a Sharpie pen, because I like to journal with a Sharpie pen, and just make sure it has ink. It's been a while since I've used any of this stuff, so I don't know if the ink is good. Okay, yeah, it looks good. Okay, so I'm going to start, I want the journaling to kind of go, like, probably start... like, use that square as the place where it goes. Okay. I guess I have to stop worrying about how long this is going to be. Okay, and I also had the invite for the party. Oh, that would have been cute if I made that into a pocket, which I should have done. I didn't do it. It's okay. So, anyways, I know exactly when it was. I'm going... oh, I thought it was in October. It's in September. So, September 25th. Okay, there's like, the obvious title is the Minecraft party, but then I sort of want the subtitle to be, or why Mac will never be married. Or the ultimatum party, or something like that, because there's a whole story, which is what I want to tell. Okay, so September 25th, 2014. we had just had a teacher parent conference, and Max homeroom teacher said his grades had really improved due to all that everyday in school tutoring I did all fall, but that we should hire a social skills coach to bring him out of his shell. Okay, so that's sort of the background. And then, so on the night before Casual Friday, I begged Mac to wear his, so sometimes you have to like kind of change your sentence to fit, like I had a little space there and I wanted to just say, you know, his something like his wear casual clothes, but instead I had this little space that I couldn't fit casual, so I put his casual or regular clothes, not his uniform, because he would do and be the only kid wearing a uniform. I gave him an ultimatum that he wear his regular clothes, I didn't word this very well. That's kind of the, and usually I don't talk while I'm writing, but if you plan it out, it's gonna be, you know, way more and way better written than if you just write it. But hey, whatever. I gave him an ultimatum that he wears regular clothes. He told me that he'd never get married, seriously, if I did the consequence, okay, this is really badly written, of throwing the impromptu punishment party. Okay, so do I really want to say all that in the title? No. Are my kids going to read this? Probably not, but maybe. But it's in cursive, so he doesn't really read cursive anyways. So they'd really have to kind of work to read that. It's on a dark background, so it's not, so it's kind of intentionally difficult to read, even though I read it out loud. So what do I want to call this? I kind of just want to call it, what do I want to call it? So that was the last minute Friday night party. I really should have incorporated that, but I didn't. Bad mommy. I'm just wondering if I can kind of like tuck it in there. I don't think it's gonna fit, so it's gonna need to just fit in between the pages. Oh well. But let's have the title be like, yeah, last minute party. No, impromptu party. Impromptu Minecraft party. Okay, that's what the title is going to be. And so I want to get the title down and then do the embellishments, I think. And I will be right back. Oh, okay, I'm back. It's hard to see the little, I guess I should just go like that to see. Anyways, it's hard to see the little tiny thing to see if I'm actually recording or not, so sorry about that. Okay, so these are the papers that I have handy, and I think that I want impromptu to probably be in red. See, I bought, last time I went to my local scrapbook store, I bought a bunch of stuff because they were having a fun sale and promotion, and I needed to spend like a certain amount of money, so I just bought all of these, even these letter stickers in all the different colors, even though I usually wouldn't do that. It worked, and so I'm gonna use them. So the color of this red, I really like this size. Isn't exactly right with this, but it's okay. Okay, so I'm thinking that I should do that little trick with the ruler. Wow, I feel so rusty and self-conscious. That makes for a bad video. Sorry about that. I feel like I don't know where anything is. I keep having to look for every little tiny thing. Okay, I'm just going to use the back of this package to do to be in the place of the ruler. I guess if you're new to my videos, this wouldn't be the best one to start with. I have others that are better. Oh, what a weird eye. I guess it's oh, that's not an eye. What is that? An exclamation point. This is what I need. I should probably like make sure I'm spelling that right. Impromptu. My favorite spell checker. So I have a new friend, but I have to tell you, I'm the worst friend. I have a new friend and she's like, why don't you just call me? I'm like, okay. And then I never do. Promptu. Okay, yep, that's right. Yeah, I have a new friend. Isn't that exciting? It is exciting. Okay, I think it's going to work like that. Yeah, I have this new friend that I met when we were kayaking. She's really sweet. And she's into photos. She has this whole setup for her iPhone when she's kayaking, and it's like in this little floaty thing, and so if she dropped it into the water it would be fine, and it's it's a safety thing, but she takes photos while she's like doing the stand-up, it's not really kayaking, but the stand-up paddleboard. I was kayaking. I also have a stand-up paddleboard though, so I also do that. But I was with the kids, so I was on my kayak. And anyways, she takes the pictures and then she I gotta find her on Instagram. She takes some really great pictures though. Like dolphins and sunsets and stuff like that. So fun new friend. My new friend May. Okay, So I'm not going to get the U on there, but I think I'll be able to get it in the right spot. I think there is good. So that way I don't cover up totally that cake, but honestly you really can't see the cake very well. So let's nail that down. Oops. Impromptu. And then in tiny letters I'll do the Minecraft party. I wish you could see that a little. It doesn't stand out as much as I thought it would. Which is sometimes when I will outline it, but I don't think I want to do that. Because I've been working on this for way too long, first of all. And then second of all, I just don't want to. Okay, a different idea though. Here's a different idea. Because I have two sets. And because I just kind of want to see how it would work, I could just overlay the letters. You know what I mean? I think you do. I don't think that makes you see them any better though. But I think you could do that. Maybe the yellow. Maybe the yellow. It might look too much like McDonald's. But I have yellow. I wish I had a lighter color. But maybe the yellow is going to be the ticket. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think you can really see it enough to matter. Can you? I don't know. I don't know. I wish they were white. I don't know. I sort of like it, but then I also feel like it's a huge waste of letters. I'm gonna just do it. But I think what I'll do is, yeah, I won't make them all go down. I'll kind of divvy it up, you know? So, yeah, I could do like every letter. Oops. Okay. So this one's going to go up. So it's going to go like, one of them will go up, up, down, up, down, up, down. So it looks kind of more randomized. What is that noise? I'm sorry. My TV's going. Hold on. Sorry about that. I was, I have a new cable box and yeah, I'm not, I haven't figured it out totally yet. So to make that kind of like random looking, I'm going up, down with the letters. I don't know if you can, you see what I'm talking about? So the shadowing is not consistent. It's like that one went up, so this one will go down, right? And then the next one will go up. And yep, I feel like I'm a little frivolous with those letters, but I think that the effect is subtle, but good. I don't think it's like super duper obvious, but I think I like it. Alright, and I think that's when you get having more fun with scrapbooking, is when you do a little bit of playing. See that? It feels like I've wasted some letters, but it feels cute. I like it. It feels playful. Okay, now, next. So what do we need to do next? We need to do the embellishments, but then also like make it so the 3 pages kind of like relate to each other. And oh, and we were going to use some of this green on the front. Remember I cut that out? I really didn't need to. Yeah, I don't think I'm actually going to use it. Oh well, it's okay. So, embellishments. Oh, and I need to write Minecraft Party 2 with tiny letters. So I'm going to go to these are my favorite Tim Holtz letters, and I did find more of them you can find them at Joann's. That's where I found them. But I actually think I want to use the white Teresa Collins ones, which are the same type of idea. I really love it. Okay, I'll use Teresa Collins, and I'll use some of them in black and some of them in white, just to mix it up just a little bit. So I'm going to spell Minecraft in white, and I'm going to spell party in black. And what I want to do is, because I don't know how far it's going to go this way, I want it to end here, so I'm going to start backwards. P-A-R-T-Y. Yeah, I definitely feel like this video is going way too long. A while back I was talking about doing this speeding up thing, but honestly I don't really know technically how to do that. So it's probably not going to happen. There are plenty of people making videos that make them shorter and more concise and make a whole lot more sense than mine. But yeah, I used to pride myself on being a fast scrapbooker, and now I pride myself on being a long-winded YouTube scrapbooker. I seriously can't make a page anymore without turning on my video camera. Isn't that weird? I think it's weird. And that's why I had the TV on. I was like, maybe I'll watch a little TV. And no. Like, watch TV while I scrapbook, but I kind of can't do that. I either like to listen to like a podcast about scrapbooking, and I used to listen a lot to, and I still do, but Minecraft, to the Paper Clipping Roundtable, and there were some episodes that I'd like listen to more than once, but lately I don't really listen to any of them more than once. Like, I'm one and done, you know. And I have started listening to what is it called? Like the Geeky Scrap, the Digi Geeky Scrap, I don't know what it's called. This Digi Scrap Geek or something like that. I don't remember much. Alright, so I'm actually going to be covering up my boy, but it's okay. I think it's called the Digi Scrap Geek. So I listened to that too. I think I mentioned that before. And I listen to the Accidental Creative sometimes, but it doesn't go long enough, and also sometimes I feel like it's a little preachy. So it doesn't put me in the most creative mood. I do listen to the Nerdist, and haven't tried to scrapbook to the Nerdist, but I do like that a lot. Okay, so impromptu Minecraft party. I like it. Okay, what's next? So I could cut this up and use that on embellishments for all three. That's that same Kaiser Craft that I think will work. I could also cut that up and use that as embellishments. I'm honestly getting to feel a little bit lazy though. Like, I don't want to be cutting stuff up. And remember, I pulled all that. I don't even think I'm going to use it. How weird am I? Sorry. Okay, I'm not. So what am I going to use? That's my question. And my answer is, I don't know. feel like the clumsiest, longest scrapbooker ever. Okay. I don't even know if I really want to use this anymore. Or this. I pulled a bunch of stuff that I don't think... What I could end up doing, though, is like taping some of this stuff sort of to the back of the page. And my family knows, if they're ever interested, if they ever look at these pages, that I do that. Okay, I think I kind of like this heart that I pulled off this sticker sheet a million times. But I think it finally fits because it's yellow. Okay, do I want it on this? I don't know. Do we? I kind of do. I don't know. I'm gonna just leave it there and not worry about it. Okay. I didn't think I was gonna use this sticker sheet. Like everything I thought I was gonna use, I ended up not using. That's not working. Okay, so there's no more yellow on there for me, which is a little like, oh no. So I think what the colors I want to bring over here are that like yellows, I think. And maybe a little bit of red. Let's see what else we've got. I also have, this is called Mr. Fox. Wow, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for myself that this is taking so long. It's okay. I guess what I should say to be encouraging both to you and myself is that sometimes things take a little longer than you expect. And that's totally fine. Boys will be boys, men will be men. What a weird little sentiment. A moment to remember, so grateful for, I don't know if these are the right, they probably aren't. Days like this, you are amazing, remember that. I kind of like that, but I don't feel like it works. I want more of like a party atmosphere. Can I just tell you my daughter is so into those mustaches? I should just give those to her. Like that. It says the doors will be opened to those who are brave enough to knock. I really do like that. I don't really think he'll get it. I don't think it fits. I do like it though. But then I'm also, I don't know, it's a little preachy, isn't it? That's so weird. It says what, pardon me, what and day. But the and is like, what an incredible, awesome, amazing day. But it just looks funny, doesn't it? I like that this happened. This happened. Okay, do we like that up there? That's my big question. This happened. Yes or no? I don't know. Maybe. That's a big old maybe. Oh, I'm so sorry. This is just like, I'll stop saying I'm sorry, but I do feel like I should plan some more. Or maybe not plan some more, but I think the best inheritance a father can leave is blah, blah, blah. These all don't totally capture what I'm after. Before they can be men, they must be boys. Okay. It's just not the right sentiment. Okay. So out of all of those embellishments, 13 minutes later, I'm like, I think I'll use one. Okay, I am going to pause. I'm going to upload. I'm going to maybe take a break because I am not making a lot of progress. Yep, that's happening. But I do think I want to add that right there. Maybe right there. No. Ugh. Yeah, I'm a little annoyed with myself. This should have been like, maybe right up there. Ooh. Yeah, let's just do it. Man, I thought I was going to put a million things on these pages, and now I'm just thinking that I'm not. This happened. That's funny. Okay, so this happened. This video happened. I don't know what to do in the middle of these. Maybe I should just like write more details. That's the ticket. I think that is the ticket. It's just like who was there and write a little bit more about what happened at the party. And guess what? Not worry about embellishing the heck out of the rest of these. So I am going to just draw some lines and journal. And so I will put these pages up over at Get It Scrapped and on my blog possibly. I ought to do that. Or maybe I'll just write like, oh, like her friends and his friends, or I don't know. I'm thinking, I wonder if I could use something about these. I think just this. I know, right? So little. So I'm just going to use a little asterisk, right? Because that will kind of tie it in with the initial page. I know, this is just, I feel like, oh, that's not much, Katie. But, yeah, I know. Okay, so I'm trying to find those red letters. Here, there. So I want to do that same little treatment to the letters as I did before. Like this. So I'm just like doing the asterisk over the asterisk. I know you can barely see that. But that way it just kind of harkens back to that first page. And I'll just write, and thank you for watching. I'm Katie Scott, and I know not every one of my videos is, let's just say there's not consistent quality. So you can hope, maybe I'll add a couple of these too. Yeah. Like this to make it a little more groovy. How about that? Like doink. Doink. I've been hanging out with my kids too much. Or something. I have been hanging out with my kids. That's a good reason not to be scrapbooking, right? It is. Okay. So I'm just trying to bring in a little bit from that first page to these second pages to make it look all like, oh yeah, that all goes together, doesn't it? Something like this. Like it all belongs. Alright, thank you for watching. I will make an effort to try to, I think I wrote about that over in the Get It Scrapped forums. It's like when you try, you don't actually get anything done. You just have to do it. You have to fully commit. Yeah, that's an improv thing, and it's true. Anyways, yeah, I will be back with more wonderful scrapbooking videos where I am full of more things to share. I think today I am going to call it a day, even though I had high hopes for like finishing a zillion pages. I guess the takeaway is if you haven't been, if you're had a break from scrapbooking and you're coming back, don't expect yourself to go at the same speed as you do when you're practicing scrapbooking every day. Because it is a practice. It is. So there you go. Ta-da. And then just imagine that with journaling, because it will have journaling. And that's all. Good night, scrapbookers. Bye-bye.